Joe Flacco's QB1 days are numbered as Shedeur Sanders takes next step, says Browns insider. Joe Flacco wasn't supposed to be the story in 2023, but when the Browns lost to Deshaun Watson and their season teetered on the edge, the veteran walked in off the couch and turned chaos into calm. 4 wins in 5 starts, a playoff berth, a city chanting his name. It was improbable, even cinematic. And while he left for a forgettable stint with the Colts in 2024, Cleveland brought him back in 2025, not for nostalgia, but because, once again, they needed saving. Now, with Kenny Pickett sidelined and 2 rookies still finding their NFL footing, Flacco's back under center. The 40-year-old is splitting reps no longer. This is his room, for now. Stefanski knows what he's getting, a quarterback who won't panic, who's seen everything. That stability matters, especially with a brutal early season schedule staring them down. But there's a ceiling here, and everyone in Berea feels it. Last year's magic aside, Flacco's tape with the Colts exposed the cracks. He could still sling it, sure, but the legs weren't there, the margins were thinner, and the turnovers came easier. The 2-4 record with Indy as a starter wasn't all on him, but it wasn't an accident either. He threw for 10.07 TD into ratio. This isn't 2012 Joe Flacco, and no one's pretending otherwise. He's a stopgap, not a savior, not this time. According to Bleacher Report's Alex K., that's exactly why his leash will be short. The moment Cleveland starts slipping, or the rookies start flashing, expect the pivot. The front office didn't draft Shedeur Sanders and Dylan Gabriel just to watch them carry clipboards. Pickett's return will apply pressure to Pern. For now Flacco's the guy, but come October, that grip could loosen fast. Joe Flacco's arrival in Cleveland is about stabilizing chaos, and so far, he looks like Stefanski and Co.'s safety net. His 2012 postseason, 11 touchdowns, 0 picks. Chills, those numbers put him in the same breath as Joe Montana, and the Ravens paid him accordingly, handing him a then-record $120.6 million deal. That resume bought him credibility, and in Cleveland, it bought him time. Just enough to help steer the Browns through a fractured season. But this time, the timing works against him. The Browns aren't building for Flacco, they're building for what comes next. Unlike 2023, there's no illusion of permanence. If Flacco is back in the mix, it's not to reclaim anything, it's to bridge the gap while someone like Shedeur Sanders prepares for liftoff. Joe Flacco's rookie competitor picks up Shedeur Sanders isn't asking for favors. He's earning them, and on day 7 of Browns camp, he delivered his first real statement. Facing Cleveland's first-team defense, Sanders finally got his reps in live situations that didn't feel scripted or sanitized. No red jerseys to protect the narrative, just Shedeur, rolling off play action, reading real coverages, baiting defenders, and making decisions against starters that slant to gauge Laverdane. Pure manipulation. The kind that says, I know what I'm looking at and I know how to move it. It wasn't perfect. One dig route skipped off the turf, a handoff here, a flat route there, but the total package, enough to catch Kevin Stefanski's eye. For a rookie who dropped from round 1 to round 5, every snap matters. Every impression counts. Sanders isn't just competing against Joe Flacco. He's climbing. There's a subtle but unmistakable momentum building behind Shedeur Sanders in Cleveland. What started as a 5th-round flyer, perhaps driven more by intrigue than expectation, is evolving into something tangible. On July 29th, Shedeur connected deep with Luke Floria for a touchdown and later zipped a red zone pass to Deontay Johnson for another score. The physical tools were never the question, but the composure, the command of Stefanski's system, that's where he's beginning to separate himself. And when practice wrapped that day, only one quarterback stayed on the field, Shedeur. Alone, still working, long after the reps were over. That moment didn't go unnoticed. Browns insider Brad Stainbrook captured it in a tweet that's now making the rounds. Practice ended about 10 minutes ago. #Browns rookie QB, Shedeur Sanders. Still out here, Shedeur Sanders isn't forcing a QB controversy, but he's making his presence felt in all the right ways. I'm sure we'll have our game at some point where Shedeur is going to start. Ken Carman said on More Forecast than Filler. Even head coach Kevin Stefanski, who values structure and discipline over flash, has quietly shown belief in Sanders' fit. Jimmy Haslam tried to keep distance. Andrew Berry made the call, he told reporters. But if Sanders continues building on his 74% completion rate and elite pressure instincts from Colorado, that call may look smarter. By the week,